I'm drinking the cloudy apple cider from the Napoleon. It's there. It's very good.
This is the Red Duck Ox. Fantastic beverage. I've had it many times before.
Flavours?
It's pretty much a stock standard stout, to be honest, but it's very cocoa-y, bit of soy on the nose, and just delicious at the moment.
This is the Holgate Chocolate Porter. It's a very tasty drop. It's definitely cutting through after 15 previous beers. It just doesn't taste like a generic beer. Very tasty.
It's really nice. It's got a really sort of subtle bitterness to it. Sort of getting that sort of clovey, banana-y flavour that you get from a Hefeweizen.
The best beer here is Kawinda.
Kawinda Pale Ale, and it is absolute magic. It tastes bloody fantastic.
It's quite hoppy, which we like, and it's quite florally, and it's a fantastic job.
What's interesting about the microbrewing industry, it's local manufacturing. So it's coming from the earth in terms of its hops and malt and so forth. It's a simple process, there's only 4 ingredients, and then really it's the skill of the brewer that determines the outcome. Everyone's got their own take on it. Beer's been around for thousands of years, but it keeps being redefined in order to make it contemporary and relevant to today.
They make good beer, and the next day I don't get horrifically sick from it.
Apparently they use real ingredients. It's just some of them use too much of the real ingredient.
Refreshing, interesting flavours, you get a good nose on them. It's basically like wine for wine lovers. You get something different out of every glass.
Yeah, exactly. It's an experiment. And you know, every beer that you get from the same brewery is going to be slightly different.
What does your beer have over the mainstream stuff?
Well, over the mainstream, it's not hard to beat the mainstream.
Yeah, I'll give us some examples.
Around here, there's some fantastic beers. You know, it's good, healthy competition around here. But I guess microbrew beer has flavour, whereas I suppose the mainstream beers have been working on making beer for a cost rather than for a taste. So they've been working a long time at getting the prices down and the cost down